A live look at the campus right now where things appear to be calming down. Much of the encampment has now been cleared, and there's still a very large police presence. Earlier this morning, officers confronted protesters as they moved to tear down the encampment. They did a lot of warnings before they moved in. Multiple people were arrested. It's not known exactly how many, though. The university called the LAPD overnight on Tuesday after violence erupted between pro-Palestinian protesters and Israeli supporters. UCLA has now switched to remote learning for today, calling the unrest a, quote, emergency on campus. Joining us now from the campus, as he has been all morning for us, NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Steve, what's the latest now?
Mika, this is the first time I can talk to you in my normal speaking voice. That is because, by all intents and purposes, this is over. I'm standing in the middle of the encampment. This is Royce Hall in the library. It is dead center where protesters, hundreds of them, have been camping for about a week now. Now, there are more press than police or protesters here. This thing has been completely cleared out. Police came in hard and heavy pretty swiftly. They chewed through most of the materials that were sort of the defensible materials, the plywood, the metal. All of that was gone, I would say, in a matter of about a half hour to an hour. And then it was the process of removing the people, and that was a little bit more difficult. We just kind of saw the last gasp of this protest. It was maybe about a few minutes ago. The last sort of line of protesters, the hardcore set, the people that were wearing hard hats, that had fashioned shields, and sort of linked arms together in a last stand. It's so hard that police had to kind of pull them out piece by piece. And we watched them do that. Police were very forceful in sort of making sure that nobody was left in this encampment, and that's where we stand today. As you mentioned, it's not known how many arrests were made, but I mean, just our crew saw at least a dozen, probably more than that, as tear gas, hit the air, as flashbangs were consistent throughout the morning. And as you mentioned, as fair warning was given throughout the entire process, the loudspeaker will still periodically go off in case there's a scraggler somewhere to let them know that they should clear this area because it was declared unlawful. To my right, you may still hear a loudspeaker. Protesters still have a hold on something that is outside of the encampment, the steps leading down, sort of iconic part of UCLA, still giving a rally saying that they're not going anywhere. Police unsure if they're going to move in on that as well. There is still a police line. Meanwhile, this place is just a mess. I mean, look at this. This is just tents and strewn garbage and the remnants of what has been here again for about a week or so. Now protesters all gone, leaving just this left behind.
So Steve, we had NYPD Chief Shell here, who told us, fortunately, there were not injuries in Columbia. 2 minor injuries there. That was about it. Any reports or anything that you pick up from reporting about any injuries there in the clashes, or for the most part, did we escape this without any serious injuries?
For the most part, and thank God. I mean, and I want to make this clear. Police you may see police with what appear to be long guns. That is non-lethal, less lethal weaponry. They were essentially using pellet rifles. Again, deploying irritants, I think, to sort of clear people out, using the flashbangs almost as a moment to sort of break people's attention so they could move in more swiftly. Certainly worked on us and our crew. It was very harrowing to hear that noise constantly. But there was never a point in which, and police have confirmed this, where they were using lethal weaponry, where they drew a gun. So if there were injuries, and I'm sure there were, in the process of literally yanking people out of a crowd, putting them in handcuffs and dragging them away, we haven't heard of anything seriously at this point. Joe.
Steve, do you know any about the composition of the police forces assembled? How many were from the LAPD and how many were from the California Highway Patrol?
So there's not only that, there's the Sheriff's Department was here as well, sort of as a stationary role, more of a security role. I didn't see much in the way of LAPD today. Certainly, of course, they've been here. They responded to the protest versus counter protest that sort of sparked all of this off. What we saw primarily, as far as the vanguard, the force that actually went in sort of butted heads with the protesters, was CHP, California Highway Patrol, and their sort of tactical unit, kind of like a hot knife through butter coming into this encampment. That was the primary force that I saw. I can't be everywhere, of course. I don't know. There's another force behind me as well. That may be LAPD. I'm not sure. But that is what we saw as far as our crew on the ground, and we have been sort of right on the front lines of the encampment.
All right, NBC's Steve Patterson, thank you so much. Just fantastic reporting.